how to quell the fear and panic. I'm with you now. I already had a moment of joy first thing this morning, and so many projects with so much time.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello and welcome to a Friday. It is March 20th, 2020, day 187 of Gotta Get On, Ellen. It is officially spring. Welcome, spring. Come on in. Open up the doors and windows. It's going to be in the 70s today. We are being rewarded. Yes. Take full advantage. Wanted to give you an update. 18 rolls of toilet paper left and counting. My bunching less. Really working out. Now, I've done this in the past where I'm like, I got to stop using so much toilet paper. So I make my bunches a little smaller. And then, I just slowly just go back to my normal size bunch. But not this time. I put a roll of toilet paper on in my bathroom. Joe and I do use separate bathrooms for the most part. I have the ensuite off of the bedroom, and then he has the regular bathroom that, most people use. And I do use that from time to time because I have to walk past it to get to the bathroom that I normally would use, the one that is deemed my own. So, yeah, sometimes I just stop and use his bathroom. So there's not a lot of toilet paper that gets used in that bathroom. However, mine is a completely different story. But I put a new roll on, I believe it was Monday, and I still have about half left. That's really good. Of course, I've been eating really good, so there's not been a whole lot of use for extra bunching, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm still feeling pretty confident in my supply of toilet paper. It is one of those things I've always wanted to have a lot on hand without this panic and shortage. So, I typically would have a 20-pack in the closet at all times. So my 20-pack is down to 8, but I have about 5 rolls in each of the bathrooms ready to go. So 18 rolls and counting. Stop bunching so much. Makes a big difference. I had a little moment of joy the first thing when I woke up this morning. I don't know if you caught any of the conversation yesterday. I was talking about how people are being encouraged to put their Christmas lights back up because it's going to bring us a little bit more joy. And that's what we're looking for right now. A little more joy in our lives because it's a scary time, very scary time. So focus on the positive. Focus on the things that are going to make you happy. Personally, putting up my Christmas lights, having my Christmas lights up would bring me a lot of joy. But I asked my husband if, I said, guess what we're doing this weekend? And he said, nope. If I insisted, he would go along with it, I'm pretty sure. And as I mentioned, I could probably have the tree up before he even gets home. The thing with the tree is, Joe puts the tree together. We have an artificial tree. Joe puts the tree together, and then he puts the lights on. And then I take over from there. I do everything else. So it's really not that much work for him. I do feel better when he puts the lights on the tree. I feel like he knows what he's doing a little bit better than me. But we have not made any plans to actually bring out any of the Christmas decorations. I had thought about it. I had thought about a couple of things that maybe I could just bring out. Like I have this shell Christmas tree. Thought about bringing that out. I have a beautiful Thomas Kincaid Christmas tree. Look those up on Google if you're not familiar with them. I got one that's like a nativity scene based. My mother got it for me for Christmas one year because I was huge into Thomas Kincaid, the painter of light, for quite a while. So That is a very good memory of my mother buying me something that I'm sure was way out of the price range that she usually has for me because she knew how much I would love it. And she was right. And I do love it. And I still cherish it. I did consider getting that out. However, I didn't. I didn't do anything. But I did clean this house from top to bottom. Cleaned the floors. I cleaned the bathrooms. I cleaned the kitchen. I did the dusting. I did it all. So, and like I said, it always makes you feel better. Like, you hate cleaning. I hate cleaning. Hate it. I keep up with the bathrooms better than the rest of the house. My husband's listening. He's like, really? Because sometimes, it gets starts to get a little, we live in the shore area, so we kind of get like a little bit of mold around the water line if it hasn't been cleaned in, I don't know, a week or so. Yeah, sometimes I go longer than a week cleaning the toilet, especially in the wintertime, because you know why? It's cold in there. Yes, I typically do use my hand to clean the toilet because, well, a cloth and my hand. I don't rely specifically on the brushes because I feel like my using a rag will do a much better job. So anyway, I cleaned everything, cleaned the floors. I use a product called Fabuloso for the floors, and I just love saying Fabuloso, and I love the smell of it. Oh, so good. Joe came home last night from work, and he's like, smells good in here, babe. I'm like, I know, it smells like Fabuloso. It's Fabuloso. So after I cleaned the house, I kind of felt like I was back in a good routine. Like I had gotten a little bit of work done. I cleaned the house, then I took a shower, did my hair, got dressed, starting to feel a little bit normal again because I've been a little down, a little lethargic the last couple of days. Just the doom and the gloom in the world right now just had me a little down. It's made me feel better, So I've been spending a little extra time on social media. I paid for an ad, and I think so far, well, it's paying off in the fact that people are seeing it. I'm getting a lot of likes. Now, when somebody likes my post that is not already a member of my page, I get to invite them. And almost immediately, one of the first people I invited liked the page. I was like, yeah, this is great. Well, now I've had 60 people like the post, and I've invited all of them to like my page. And thus far, just that one person has done it. So at least my ad is getting out there. At least people are seeing it. So, and they're liking it, which is always a plus as well. A couple people have shared it. I would appreciate it if you would like to do that as well. It's the post that has the two pictures of the puppy dogs right next to each other. It kind of gives an overall description of what I do and what I offer, that type of thing. So if you would like to go ahead and share that, I would be most appreciative. That will help me get it out to more and more people. Back to my moment of joy, which I have seemed to run off on. So I'm probably thinking my husband felt a little bad about, his response to putting up the Christmas lights. That and the fact that I kind of had a little freak out last night. Found out some disturbing news. My husband will be forced to not be able to go to work starting tonight. So our only source of income is now been cut off. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in the blog post. I'm going to try and focus on the positive and the joy right now. And then I'm going to let you see me pull my hair out a little bit later. But when I came out to get my coffee, because Joe comes in, he wakes me up. I usually, I hit the restroom. And then by the time I'm coming out of the bedroom down the hallway, he's getting ready to walk out the door. And I walk into the kitchen, and like I said, he makes me coffee every morning, and guess what was waiting for me? Coffee and Mr. Santa Mug Pants. And I just yelled, Santa Mug Pants! Yay! He's so cute. Just a little bottom. Just Santa's butt and buckle. It's the cutest. He's got little feet. I miss just Santa Mug Pants. Boy, do I love him. Brought me a little joy. Like I said, these little things you have to embrace with the enthusiasm of a 4-year-old on Christmas morning. That's how you feel more joy. Am I getting a little too excited over Mr. Santa Mug Pants? Maybe. Maybe I am. But maybe it's just what I needed. I did a couple of topics yesterday because I was feeling like I was on social media a lot, and I figure it's Friday. Why not? Why not? So the first topic that I had put up was a picture of my nice, clean, shiny floors and talking about how I deep cleaned the house. I wanted to hear from you. What have you done this week that you normally don't have time for? Denise says, if you want to come over and do my floors, I promise to stay at least 6 feet away. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny, Denise. I hate doing the floors. Hate it. But man, do I love it when they are done. They look so nice. Denise says she's still working. I say, you're a lucky girl. Megan says teaching her son. I asked how it was going. She gave me a gif of somebody drinking wine by the bottle load. Linda says, I did all my heavy cleaning right after Christmas, unfortunately, but since it's nice out tomorrow, I'm hitting the garage. Yes, so excited about the weather. Might be a little on the windy side. I'm hoping it's not too bad, but I think the winds are coming out of the west, which means at least it'll be a warm breeze. Nikki says, same with me today. I'm a cleaning machine. Linda says, ditto. Kathy says, I cleaned out all the bathroom drawers and cabinets. Next up, closets. Putting photos dating back to 1997 to 2005, pre-digital, in photo albums that I had for years. Do they even make them anymore? Yes, they do. You will find them at Michael's. I was going to say AC Moore, but ours closed down. But you can find photo albums at Michael's. Next, doing a few scrapbooking projects, binge watching and reading, and it's only been 4 days. Jim says he has a nice clean house. Please send your cleaner over here. The only thing I've done in this lockdown, and it really feels like a lockdown, is just not be crazed about getting somewhere on time. I've really got no place to go, so that's good. Looking on the positive. I love it. I love it. Having done anything extra because she works in a hospital, thankfully without little contact with other people other than a few coworkers. Be safe, Mandy. Take care of yourself. Sandra says sorting through pictures, but still not able to throw that many away. Yeah, that's a problem. And then when you do throw some away, because I did this a few years ago, I went through like a huge box of pictures. Then I go to look for one, and I'm like, ugh, I guess I threw it away. Elizabeth says cleaning the bathroom, the office, the laundry. Only 12 days left. Candace says, I love this. Makes me feel productive with time standing still. There you go. It's all in the way that we look at it, right? Another thing I wanted to ask you about, because I will have to be going to the grocery store today. And my neighbor was kind enough to leave on my doorstep a mask and some gloves. And although I will feel ridiculous, you bet your bottom dollar I'm wearing them. I am going to wear them. And I will show you. Don't worry. You will get to see me in my mask and my gloves. I would never deny you that thrill. But I wanted to know, what is something that you're willing to spend more on now than you normally would? I figured toilet paper was a given. Nobody mentioned it. Now, I said Clorox wipes and 12 packs of soda. I was hoping to get enough food for the next 2 weeks so we wouldn't have to go out again. One of the problems is, and I really want to keep up with my healthy eating routine because I'm finally losing a little weight, and I don't want to just throw all that away. I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I eat a lot of fresh produce. I make a salad every single day. I cannot buy 2 weeks worth of romaine lettuce. It won't last. Same thing with bananas and fruits, and it's just, we're going to have to go out, but I would like to get as much as I can so that I can limit the amount of time I spend in the grocery store in the future. Maybe I'll just need to go to the produce section. Called the grocery store yesterday just to make sure. I plan on getting there right when they open. And I wanted to make sure they weren't having an hour beforehand for seniors, because that's what some of them are doing. This one that I go to is not as of yet, she said. But a couple of the other ones are